Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies. Those tiny pieces of change that could actually be worth big money. Money bag from rare errors to low mintage beauties. These coins are making waves in the market right now. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coinage history, the 1977 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth a jaw-dropping $58,925. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny. Let's break down what makes these coins so special, how you can identify one, and why collectors are shelling out big bucks for this tiny treasure. So, stick around, because this could be your lucky day. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of U.S. currency since 1909, when it first replaced the Indian head set designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln's bust, while the reverse had the classic wheat ears design until 1959, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. The 1977 penny, however, stands out not for its design, but for its rarity under very specific conditions. Over 4.4 billion 1977 pennies were minted. Yes, billions with a B. So why on earth would any of them be worth more than face value, let alone tens of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and errors. Let me explain. First, condition is key. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, value coins on a scale called the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from poor 1 to mint state 70. For a 1977 Lincoln penny to reach the jaw-dropping value of $58,925, it needs to be in an ultra-rare, pristine condition called MS67 or higher. That means no scratches, no wear, and a flawless surface. Basically, it needs to look like it just came off the press yesterday. But condition isn't the only thing driving up the value of a 1977 penny. Rare mint errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, can make a seemingly ordinary penny extraordinarily valuable. And in 1977, there were some fascinating errors that collectors are willing to pay big for. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or other mint mistakes. Copper composition. Pre-1982 pennies, including the 1977 penny, were made of 95% copper. With copper prices fluctuating, the intrinsic material value of these pennies can also add to their worth. In the coin collecting world, 1977 pennies in MS67 condition have fetched some truly incredible prices at auction. The most notable example? A stunning 1977 penny that sold for $58,925. This coin was certified by a leading grading service and caught the attention of high-profile collectors due to its near-perfect condition and historical significance. But wait, don't assume every 1977 penny in your jar is worth this much. Most 1977 pennies are worth just face value, or slightly more if they're in decent condition. The average circulated 1977 penny might fetch you 2 to 5 cents. But those in higher mint states, like MS65, can sell for around $50 to $100. It's only the top-tier examples that break into the tens of thousands. Okay, so how do you know if your 1977 penny is one of the valuable ones? Here's a simple checklist. Examine the date. Make sure it's clearly 1977. Check the mint mark. Look for pennies minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. All mint marks can produce valuable coins, but condition matters most. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot signs of doubling on the lettering or date, or any other abnormalities. Get it graded. If you suspect your penny is valuable, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to get a professional evaluation. Remember, it costs money to have a coin graded. So only do this if you're confident it's in top condition. Why would anyone pay $58,925 for a penny? It comes down to the thrill of the hunt and the desire to own something truly rare. For collectors, coins like this are pieces of history, investments, and works of art all rolled into one. The 1977 penny in MS67 condition is a once-in-a-lifetime find for many collectors, which is why they're willing to pay a premium. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1977 Lincoln penny worth $58,925. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? It's time to dig through your coin jars, check your collections, and see if you have a hidden gem. And if you do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Did you know that a small, seemingly ordinary 1962 Lincoln penny could be worth a whopping $65,925? Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might think is just a piece of pocket change could turn into a life-changing treasure. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, exploring what makes this humble penny so valuable, and how you can identify if you're holding onto a fortune in your hands. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. But not all pennies are created equal. Some, like the 1962 Lincoln penny, have special features or errors that make them highly sought after by collectors today. First, let's break down what we're talking about. The D on the 1962 penny stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was struck. In 1962, millions of pennies were minted, so finding one isn't rare. But here's the kicker: what makes some of these coins so valuable is their condition, rarity, and, in some cases, errors. Condition is key. Coin collectors use the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. An MS67 1962 penny in near perfect condition is what sold for an astonishing $65,925 at an auction. Why? Because coins in this grade are incredibly rare. The record-breaking coin was sold in 2022, and its flawless features, including no visible scratches, sharp details, and vibrant red luster, made it irresistible to collectors. These pennies are graded as RD, meaning they retain their original reddish color, which adds even more value. So how can you tell if your 1962 penny is worth big bucks? Here are the steps to follow. Check the condition. Look for minimal wear and strong details. Inspect for errors. Some pennies have minting errors, like doubling on the date or lettering, which makes them even more valuable. Consider professional grading. To fetch top dollar, you'll need an expert certification from organizations like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk about errors. One of the most famous types is the double die error. If the numbers or letters on your coin appear doubled, you might have an error coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are also off-center strikes, which happen when the coin is misaligned during minting. These errors are like a jackpot for collectors. But what about the market value today? While the record-breaking coins sold for over $65,000, most 1962 pennies in circulated condition are worth just a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, coins graded MS66 or higher with full red luster can easily fetch $100 to $500, and rare examples can climb into the thousands. So, is it time to check your piggy bank? Absolutely. You never know. You might be sitting on a small fortune. Even if your penny isn't in mint condition, it's still a fun and rewarding journey into the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. Always store your valuable coins in a protective holder to prevent damage, and avoid cleaning them, as that can lower their value. And if you're serious about collecting, invest in a quality magnifying glass or loupe it'll be your best friend. Who knew a little penny could be worth so much? The 1962 D. Lincoln penny is proof that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So what are you waiting for? Check your collection, hit those flea markets, and visit your local coin dealer. Your $65,000 penny could be just a pocket away. We're diving into the incredible story of a small, unassuming coin that could make you a lot of money, the 1979 D. Lincoln penny. That's right. A penny that originally cost 1 cent has fetched an astonishing $52,925 at auction. So what makes this coin so special? Is it lurking in your spare change? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny is no exception, minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark on the coin. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary penny, part of the billions minted every year. But, as collectors know, rarity and condition can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. In 1979, the Denver Mint struck over 6 billion pennies. So why is this particular one worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, error, and grading perfection. Let's break it down. First up, error coins. Error coins are created when something goes wrong during the minting process. With billions of pennies minted, mistakes are bound to happen. Some 1979 D pennies have unique errors, such as double die-verse, where the front image is stamped twice, slightly misaligned, off-center strikes, or even clipped planchets where the edges of the coin are missing. Collectors love these imperfections because they're rare and tell a story about the minting process. But even without errors, the value of a 1979 D penny skyrockets when it's in pristine condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS, mint state, grade starting at 60. The closer to 70, the more valuable the coin. Recently, a 1979 D penny graded MS 68, that's near perfection, sold for an eye-popping $52,925 at auction. Why? Because there are so few coins in that condition. Out of billions minted, only a handful survive without scratches, discoloration, or wear. So how can you tell if your 1979 D penny is worth a fortune? Here's a quick checklist. Look for the 1979 date and the D below it. Without that mint mark, it's not the Denver penny. Grab a magnifying glass and check for double die stamping, off-center strikes, or unusual edges. Does the penny look like it just left the mint? If it's shiny, sharp, and free of wear, it could be worth grading professionally. Serious collectors and buyers rely on professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate your coin and assign it a grade that determines its value. So what's the market like today? While most 1979 D pennies are worth just face value, error coins and high-grade specimens are in high demand. As of now, MS 68 pennies are the rarest and most valuable, with one selling for $52,925 in a recent heritage auction sale. Even coins graded MS 67 can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. The market fluctuates, but one thing's for sure, collectors are willing to pay a premium for the perfect 1979 D penny. So don't overlook those pennies in your pocket change or coin jar. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for anyone looking to dive into the world of coin collecting. Focus on searching through rolls of pennies or your own spare change. You'd be surprised what you might find. Get a good magnifying glass, coin storage supplies, and a guidebook like the Red Book of United States Coins. Coin collecting is more fun with others. Join online forums, local coin clubs, or even Facebook groups to learn and share your finds. Keep an eye on auctions and grading trends to understand what's hot in the market. And there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin that proves even the smallest things can hold incredible value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just strike it rich. Don't forget to like. Did you know that a single penny from 1980 could make you thousands of dollars richer? Yes, you heard that right. The 1980 Lincoln penny is not just another coin in your pocket change. It could be worth as much as $46,925 in today's market. Intrigued? Let's dive into the fascinating world of coins and find out what makes this penny so valuable. Zoomed-in footage of the penny, focusing on its details. First, a little history. The 1980 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver and features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the design standard since 1959. In 1980, millions of these pennies were struck, and they were primarily composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While most pennies from this year are common and only worth their face value, certain rare features or errors can make them highly desirable to collectors. A graphic of a checklist highlighting key factors, condition, rarity, and errors.so. What sets apart the 1980 Lincoln penny worth $46,925 from the millions of others? Let's break it down into three main factors: condition, rarity, and minting errors. Footage of a pristine penny under magnification. First up, condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can fetch top dollar if they're in mint state or MS condition. An MS67 or MS68 grade means the coin is nearly flawless, which is incredibly rare for a coin over 40 years old. Next, we have errors. Some 1980 pennies exhibit fascinating minting errors, such as doubling on the lettering or numbers, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These unique imperfections make the coin more appealing to collectors. Voiceover. And finally, rarity. Only a handful of 1980 pennies have been graded in such pristine condition or possess these unique errors. That scarcity is what drives the price sky high. Auction footage or graphics showing coin sales data. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1980 Lincoln penny hit the headlines when one sold at auction for an astonishing $46,925. This record-breaking sale was due to its immaculate condition, a PCGS grade of MS68 red, and its eye-catching luster. In today's market, most 1980 pennies in circulated condition are worth just 1 cent or slightly more for copper value. However, uncirculated examples with a high grade can range from $1,000 to over $40,000. That's why it pays to keep an eye on your pocket change or inherited coin collections. Hands examining coins with a magnifying glass.so. How do you know if your 1980 Lincoln penny is valuable? Here are some tips. Inspect the mint mark. Look for the small d under the date, which indicates it was minted in Denver. Check the condition. Coins with sharp details and no visible scratches are more valuable. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to search for doubling on the lettering, unusual markings, or off-center designs. Get it graded. If you think you've struck gold, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its quality. Getting your coin certified can significantly increase its value, especially if it's in near-perfect condition. Person holding a jar of pennies with a hopeful expression. Who would have thought that a simple penny could be worth thousands? The 1980 Lincoln penny is proof that hidden treasures can be lurking in plain sight. So, start digging through your jars, piggy banks, and coin collections. You never know what you might find. Smiling collectors showing off their rare coin. Remember, even if your penny isn't worth $46,925, every coin has its story and value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Did you know that a simple penny, like this 1981 Lincoln penny, could be worth more than $38,000? That's right. We're talking about turning pocket change into a small fortune. Stick around as we uncover what makes this coin so special, why it's worth so much, and how you might have one lying around in your change jar. The 1981 Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of history. Produced during the last few years before the U.S. Mint switched from using mostly copper to the zinc core we see today, this coin marked the end of an era. But not all 1981 pennies are created equal. Let's dive into what sets the valuable ones apart. First, let's go back to the basics. The Lincoln penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1981, the composition of these pennies was still 95% copper and 5% zinc, a far cry from the cheaper materials used today. In 1982, the Mint transitioned to a primarily zinc-based coin with a thin copper coating. But in 1981, these pennies were still heavy hitters in terms of metal content, weighing in at 3.11 grams. So why would anyone pay $38,925 for a 1981 penny? It all comes down to three factors: errors, mint marks, and condition. Let's break it down. Error coins are some of the most sought-after collectibles. A rare mistake at the mint can make an ordinary coin extraordinarily valuable. For 1981 pennies, the most famous errors include double dies, where the lettering or image appears double due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors are incredibly rare and can skyrocket a coin's value. Next, check the mint mark on your 1981 penny. Coins minted in Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S, often have different values depending on rarity. Even pennies without a mint mark, produced in Philadelphia, can be worth a lot if they're rare or have errors. The condition of your coin is crucial. Collectors use a grading scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A flawless, shiny 1981 penny graded MS68 or higher can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. If your coin is in average circulated condition, it won't be worth much more than face value, but don't lose hope just yet. In recent years, a 1981 Lincoln penny sold for a jaw-dropping $38,925. What made this particular coin so special? It was an uncirculated coin with a stunning mint state grade of MS68 plus and a highly sought-after error. This combination of factors made it a collector's dream. These rare coins don't pop up often, but when they do, collectors are willing to pay big bucks. Who wouldn't want to own such a unique piece of history? Now that you know the potential value of your 1981 penny, here's how to check if yours is a hidden gem. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look for doubled lettering, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. Find out where your penny was minted. This detail can narrow down its rarity and value. A genuine 1981 copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's lighter, it might be a zinc penny, and those are far less valuable. If you think your penny is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can certify its condition and rarity. Here are some pro tips for finding valuable coins. Always check your pocket change. You never know what might turn up. Visit local coin shops and attend auctions to learn from seasoned collectors. Keep your coins in a protective case to preserve their condition. We're talking about a coin that looks ordinary but can be worth a staggering $32,925. Yep, I'm talking about the 1994 D Lincoln penny. Why is it so valuable, and how can you identify if you have one? Stay tuned, and let's dive into the fascinating world of numismatics. First, let's get some background on this seemingly humble coin. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was introduced to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1994, the Denver Mint was pumping out billions of pennies, around 7.1 billion to be exact. So how does a penny from such a common year become so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and unique features. Not all 1994 D pennies are worth a fortune, but a select few have captured the attention of collectors for specific reasons. Here's the kicker. The 1994 D penny is valuable for a combination of reasons. Let's break them down. For starters, a coin's grade or condition plays a huge role in its value. The $32,925 price tag was achieved by a 1994 D penny graded MS69 read by PCGS, the professional coin grading service. This means the coin is in almost perfect mint state with no visible imperfections, and its copper coloring is pristine. Only a handful of coins ever reach this level of perfection. Out of billions of pennies minted, only a tiny fraction have survived in such incredible condition. Collectors call this low population, meaning there aren't many examples of this coin in high grade, which drives up the demand and value. While no major minting errors are reported for the 1994 D penny, certain strike qualities, or even subtle design details can elevate its appeal. A perfectly struck coin with full details, and nowhere is a collector's dream. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have one of these rare pennies? Here's a quick checklist for identifying if your 1994 D Lincoln penny could be valuable. This coin was minted in Denver, so it will have a small D below the year 1994 on the obverse front side. The coin needs to be in near-perfect condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections. The shinier and more flawless, the better. If your coin looks perfect, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade is crucial to fetching top dollar. Copper pennies naturally darken over time, but a valuable 1994 D will retain its original red luster. This is a key factor in its high grade. Let's talk dollars and cents, or in this case, hundreds and thousands of dollars. The highest recorded sale of a 1994 D Lincoln penny was $32,925, which happened at an auction in recent years. But what about today? Most 1994 D pennies in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated and graded examples can fetch anywhere from $15 to several $100s. The key is finding that top-tier coin that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. If you think you've struck gold, or in this case, copper, here's how to turn your penny into a paycheck. Send your coin to a trusted grading service to verify its condition. Rare and high-grade coins perform best at auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Websites like eBay can also be a good option, but ensure you set a realistic starting price and include clear photos. Visit a local coin dealer or numismatist for professional advice on its value. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2003 D Lincoln penny that fetched a jaw-dropping $26,925 at auction. Stay tuned as we break down how this happened, what makes this coin so valuable, and how you can find one too. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2003 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as you can tell from the small D mint mark under the date. In most cases, these pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent. But like with any treasure hunt, there are always exceptions. So, what made this particular 2003 D penny stand out and earn a spot in the record books? It all boils down to rarity, condition, and a little something called a mint error. The record-setting 2003 D penny wasn't your average coin. This penny was in nearly perfect condition, certified as MS69 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and MS69 is about as close to perfection as you can get. Now, let's break that down. MS stands for mint state, which means the coin looks brand new, as if it just left the mint. The red designation refers to its color, meaning it retained its original coppery shine with no signs of wear. Only a handful of coins from any year achieve this grade, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. But it wasn't just the grade that made this coin special. Mint errors play a huge role in a coin's value. Errors can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even small imperfections in the lettering or design. For the 2003 penny, experts believe that its value wasn't tied to a major error, but rather its pristine condition and incredible rarity at such a high grade. Combine that with strong demand from collectors, and you've got a perfect storm for a $26,925 payout. Now let's talk money. The average 2003 penny in circulated condition is worth, well, 1 cent. But uncirculated examples in MS65 condition might fetch anywhere from $5 to $15. As you climb the grading scale to MS67, you're looking at $50 to $150. And at the top tier MS69 red, we're talking thousands. The $26,925 sale price was an extraordinary case, achieved at an auction where two collectors were likely battling it out to own a piece of near perfection. These high-stakes auctions often set the bar for the coin's maximum potential value. So how can you find a valuable 2003 penny? Here's what to do. Check your pocket change. Even if your penny isn't in mint condition, it's always worth a look. Invest in a magnifying glass or loupe. This will help you spot details like sharpness, color, and potential errors. Look for uncirculated rolls. Coin rolls from banks or coin dealers might still hold some gems. Get your coins graded. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Remember, even small differences in grade can mean a big difference in value. Scene transition. Footage of famous coin auctions with excited bidders. The world of coin collecting is as exciting as it is unpredictable. A penny today could be worth thousands tomorrow, and stories like this prove it. And there you have it. The 2003 Lincoln penny might just be the ultimate example of why you should never underestimate the value of pocket change. Who knows? You might already be carrying a small fortune without even knowing it. We're talking about a modern coin that has collectors going absolutely crazy, the 2020 Lincoln penny. One of these coins recently sold for an astonishing $20,925. So what's the deal with this penny? Why is it worth so much? And how can you tell if you have one? Let's get into it. The 2020 Lincoln penny is part of the ongoing Shield Reverse Design series, which debuted in 2010. On the obverse side, you'll find the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The reverse side features a bold Union shield with the inscription E Pluribus Unum. But there's something special about some of these pennies minted in 2020. Now, most of the 2020 pennies you'll find in circulation were produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small number have a very specific error or feature that makes them incredibly valuable. Let's break down why this penny fetched over $20,000 at auction. Mint errors. Coins with minting errors are some of the most sought after by collectors. On the 2020 Lincoln penny, one key error is a dramatic die crack, also known as a die break. This can create unique visual effects like a raised line on the coin, often referred to as a die chip or even a retained cud. Perfect grade. The penny in question earned a perfect grade of MS-70 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Achieving a flawless grade like this is extremely rare, especially for coins intended for everyday circulation. Scarcity. While millions of pennies were minted in 2020, error coins or those with exceptional grades are exceedingly scarce, making them highly desirable. High demand. Modern coins with unique features or high grades have a growing fan base among collectors. Add in the intrigue of mint errors, and you've got a recipe for skyrocketing value. So, what should you be looking for if you're checking your own 2020 pennies? First, inspect the coin carefully under good lighting or use a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual lines, cracks, or raised areas. Pay special attention to the rim and edges where many errors occur. Here's how to evaluate your 2020 penny. Inspect for errors. Look for die cracks, doubling, known as a double die, or off-center strikes. These features often increase value significantly. Check the mint mark. Coins from specific mints, especially the San Francisco Mint, might be more valuable in certain conditions. Assess the condition. The better the condition of your coin, the higher its grade and value. Coins with no scratches, blemishes, or where are worth sending for professional grading, get it graded. If you think you've found a special coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can multiply your coin's value. Remember, the coin that sold for $20,925 was graded a perfect MS-70, meaning it was in pristine condition. Coins like this often go straight from uncirculated mint rolls to professional grading services, without ever being touched by human hands. So, handle your coins carefully. If you've got a valuable 2020 penny, what's the best way to sell it? Here are some tips. Auction houses. High-value coins often fetch the best prices at reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay or Etsy can be good for selling coins, but be cautious of scams and always authenticate your coin first. Coin dealers. Local coin shops or dealers can give you an idea of your coin's value, but they may offer less than market value to resell for a profit. So there you have it. The 2020 Lincoln penny might just be one of the most exciting modern coins out there. Who would have thought a coin worth just 1 cent could sell for over $20,000? Check your change and let us know in the comments if you found any interesting coins recently. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching Rare Coin Hunter. Happy hunting, and remember, the next treasure could be hiding right in your pocket.